All right, welcome to the Matt Eberflus heartbreaking loss tier list. So I've got a number of games down here. We're gonna rank them based off of how heartbreaking they were. So we've got could have happened to anybody. There's the losses that are relatively out of everybody's control, whether it be from injury or just bad luck. Ones that are still brutal, but not particularly preventable. Then we've got pathetic. These are losses that suck pretty bad. Then we got brutal. This is like next level, just like horrible losses. And then we got killing myself. This is for supreme heartbreak, the likes of which are rarely matched. So let's start off. We got a few games here. So the first one we got here is Bears Vikings 2022. This was early in the season, in the 2022 season. This one was when Justin Fields, we were down a little bit, kind of made a comeback, had a chance for a game-winning drive, and Justin Fields throws a pass to new pickup Amir Smith-Marset, who holds onto the ball instead of going out of bounds and gets strip sacked and loses the game. I'm going to put that in could have happened to anybody because I feel like coaching, everybody did their job. Just if Amir Smith-Marset, who was, I believe, a waiver claim, if he just does his job, we're probably winning this game or at least having a chance here. Other than that, yeah, just kind of sucks, but not much you can do, I feel like. So next we've got this game. Thursday Night Football, Commanders versus Bears, 2022 season. You see Justin Fields looking particularly sad here. So this game was one of the worst games I've ever watched in my life. Like, if I'm being for real, this game sucked. Neither offense could do anything. Towards the end, though, the Bears had a chance to go down the field and win the game. Justin Fields had a big long run, get us first and goal, and the Bears ended up running out of downs and losing this game. Really sucks. Really sucks. I'm gonna put this one in pathetic. Felt very winnable. Darnell Mooney, I think, had that game-winning touchdown in his hands and bobbled it. I believe also Fields missed a touchdown to one of the tight ends earlier, sailed it over his head. Just a very preventable loss, it felt like, but not too horrendously bad, but still pretty annoying. So next we've got this game. So next we've got Bears versus Commanders 2024. I'm just gonna put that way up there. So this game, neither team could really do anything. We were both kind of going back and forth, not really having the best game, the Bears and the Commanders. Both having a pretty rough time offensively. Commanders had a pretty big lead, or they had a one-score lead. Bears engineer a great drive. Caleb Williams takes everybody down the field, gets to the goal line, and Doug Kramer fumbles it. Luckily, the defense makes a stop, and then we have to get the ball back. We go back down the field, and, of course, score a touchdown. It was one of the best drives Caleb Williams' career so far. And, of course, the next play, Eberflus decides to let the Commanders get 15 yards. He said that play doesn't matter, even though every Commanders coach said the Hail Mary attempt couldn't have happened if they didn't get those 15 yards. And then, of course, he leaves all of our shortest DBs on the field, doesn't call a timeout to get everybody ready, and we give up a Hail Mary and lose the game. One of the most brutal losses that I can remember in my time being a Bears fan. Next, we've got Bears Vikings 2023. So this game came right after we murdered the Commanders on Thursday Night Football. This game was weird. So Fields got injured early after struggling a bit. Ended up throwing Tyson Bagent in there. He ended up throwing a game-losing interception after having a couple good drives, but a whole lot of just very depressing football that we watched in this game. So I'm going to put this one, it could have happened to anybody, though. You know, when you lose your starting quarterback and you're going against a tough Vikings defense, that'll happen. Probably could argue I could put in pathetic, but I'll put in this one. Bajan came in, had a good game, but just couldn't get it done. It sucked a lot, but, feels like this happens to teams across the league a lot. So next, we've got Bears Buccaneers 2023. So this game was, the Bears struggled offensively all day. You're going to hear that a lot in these. So the Bears struggled. They go down multiple scores. I don't remember I think it was 17-3 or something like that. Chase Claypool gets a touchdown. Bears get the ball back and have a chance to go down the field. Bears get a couple penalties on them. after calling a couple screenplays, and they just didn't change the play. They just kept calling the screenplay, and on the third time, Shaq Barrett grabs it, brings it into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Bears lose, and this game made me very angry. So I'll put this one in pathetic. Pretty bad, but you can't expect to win when you play awful 90% of the game. Still choked a great opportunity to go down the field and win. This game was brutal, but it not as bad as some of the other ones we're going to see on this list. So next we've got Bears Packers Week 18 2023. This game was interesting to say the least. So the Bears had already been eliminated from the playoffs, already gone, already eliminated. So the Packers, though, had a chance to clinch if they won this game. But if the Bears won this game, they would have missed the playoffs. So we were going to do what the Lions did the year before, spoil the Packers' chances, prevent them from making the playoffs, and it was going to be awesome. And that did not happen. The defense got a lot of luck on their side, but the Packers never punted a single time. And it was a one-score game for most of it. Fields got chased around all day, missed Kmet in the end zone for a touchdown. Just a tough game all around. And then, of course, Aaron Jones has a big rush to end the game deep in the fourth. I'll put that one in pathetic as well. Just a tough game all around. Not really one that we expected to win, but one that we really could have showed a lot more fight in. This was the game that got Luke Getsy fired, and the game that I think should have gotten Matt Eberflus fired. That Packers defense absolutely shut down the Bears offense, and the Packers offense just murdered the Bears defense, which was supposed to be their greatest strength. Next we've got, this is the most recent one on this list, we got Bears Vikings 2024. This game just happened yesterday, the time of me recording this video. So the Bears, they go down multiple scores after a blocked field goal and a muffed punt from DeAndre Carter gave the Vikings an extra touchdown, and they looked pretty dead in the water. Caleb Williams engineers a nice drive, brings them within 10 after the Vikings score a field goal, and then Caleb Williams drives down the field again, has a very nice drive, scores, converts the 2, so we're down by 3, and then the Bears recover the onside kick, which never seen that happen before, and Caleb in one play hits DJ Moore for like a 30-yard catch and gets them in field goal range, spike the ball, kick the field goal, and we're going to overtime. In overtime, Caleb Williams has a very bad sack, and we punt it to the Vikings, who have a really long drive where they convert a bunch of third and longs. A 1st and 20 they had and converted it. Like, Bears defense just could not get off the field. Ultra soft, and the Vikings would kick the game-winning touchdown. I'm going to put this one in brutal. Felt like we did enough to win. I mean, the fact that it even went to overtime is both amazing and also frustrating, because we should have been winning that game in the first place. Just gave the Vikings a ton of points there. If you hit the field goal and you don't muff the punt, we're probably winning this game in regulation. But we were down 14, made a miracle comeback, scored a couple touchdowns, got the onside kick, got the field goal, go to OT, just to lose anyway. Pretty tough break there for the Bears, and one of the sadder losses in recent memory after Caleb Williams basically put the team on his back. Pretty tough. Defense just kind of gave up, got ultra soft at the worst possible times, and just a really brutal loss. That's the best way I could put that. Next, we've got Bears-Browns 2023. This game was towards the end of the season. The Bears were in the middle of trying to run the table to make the playoffs, which if they win this game, they have a very good chance of making that happen. Bears had a lead, double-digit lead late in the fourth quarter. The Browns ended up getting a touchdown. Bears didn't do much offensively. Browns get the ball back, and Matt Eberflus decides to go ultra prevent on a 3rd and 15. Justin Jones in coverage on David Njoku was never going to work. They march down the field. They get the game, the go-ahead field goal They get the go-ahead field goal. Bears get the ball back. They have a Hail Mary shot, and it bounces off of the pile right into Darnell Mooney's hands, who drops it. So this one's going in killing myself because this game was awful. So not only did we have a blown lead, but we also had a terrible dropped Hail Mary that could have literally won us the game. Yeah, one of the just more depressing losses in recent memory in my Bears fandom. Next, we've got Bears Packers 2022. This game we had a 17-3 lead in, and then I believe we also had a lead going into the fourth. Ended up choking that lead away. We had a lot of injuries on defense. Not a great defense, literally the worst defense in Bears history. But the Bears offense was doing really well. And anytime they'd get in the red zone, they would get ultra conservative. There were like 3 drives maybe where we got all the way down to the 10 or the 15, and we just started getting way too soft with it, settling for field goals, letting the Packers come back in, and then they take the lead. Justin Fields, with a chance to go down the field, throws a game-losing interception to Jair Alexander. I'm going to put this one in pathetic. This Bears team probably had no business being in that game in the first place, but losing in the manner in which they did definitely ups the sadness for me. A lot of coaching decisions that prevented that from being a potential Bears win, and the Bears still haven't beaten the Packers yet. Next, we've got Bears versus Lions 2022. This was a game I was at, so it's near and dear to my heart. I was at this game as well, but this one I remember very well. Bears got a big lead on the Lions. I want to say 3 scores in the second half. Justin Fields ends up throwing a pick 6. Cairo Santos misses a extra point at one point, and the Bears ended up losing 31-30 after choking a very large lead. I'm gonna put this one in brutal. I mean, you could argue it could be in this one because, like I said, this team sucked. This Bears team was awful. They had no business being in that game, but when you choke a lead that big, there's a little bit more to it than just the roster. You need to do better than that. Luckily, though, if we did win this game, we probably wouldn't have gotten Caleb and DJ Moore and all those guys. But still, very awful loss. And I was there in person to see it, and it didn't make me feel good. Next, we got Bears Packers 2024. This happened last week, actually, at the time of me recording this. And yes, so the Bears led all game long. Had a pretty good showing against a solid Packers team. They were trying to rebound. This was the first game with Thomas Brown as offensive coordinator. Offense looked so much better. So the Bears had the lead at one point, but in the fourth quarter, Jordan Love hits Christian Watson for a big gain after Jalen Johnson falls over. Then he ends up QB sneaking it into the end zone. They take the lead. Caleb Williams, with one of the clutchest, I think the best drive of his career, goes down the field, gets them in field goal range after hitting just big play after big play. And Cairo Santos goes for the game-winning field goal after Eberflus decides not to try and push for more yards. He decides to just play it safe, run the clock down, kick the field goal, and it was blocked because Cairo kicked it low because we were a little bit too far away for him. This one is going and killing myself. This loss made me want to die so bad. That game was terrible. I really am just... Every time I think about this game, it just makes me so sad because I felt like Caleb deserved the win there. The Bears played their hearts out, even though they'd lost their last 3, and then to lose based off of that is just, oh my gosh, just top tier. Terrible. Next, we got Bears-Lions 2023. This was a game where the Bears had, with about 5 minutes to go, a 2-score lead. The Lions, in like less than a minute, got the ball back, went all the way downfield, scored a touchdown to Jameson Williams. The Bears got the ball back with a chance to run the clock out or at least go down the field, add some more points. First 2 downs are runs that go nowhere. Third down, Justin Fields sends it downfield to Tyler Scott, who slows down on his route, and the ball lands like a foot in front of him. If he just kept going, he probably would have hit him in stride, but Tyler Scott slows down. We have to punt the ball back to the Lions, who go right down the field, score go-ahead touchdown to David Montgomery, former Bear, and then the Bears get the ball back with a chance to go down the field and win, and they immediately Justin Fields gets strip sacked for a safety, and the Bears lose. This one was horrible. The Bears had such an awful showing towards the end of this game and the Browns game, and it's these are the kind of losses where it's just evident that coaching is getting a little bit too soft, coaching is getting a little bit too conservative. The Bears really take their foot off the gas under Flus when it comes to crunch time. It's been a common theme in this video. And last but not least, Bears Broncos 2023. This was week 4. Bears were 0-3 going into this, but so were the Broncos. Broncos were coming off of having 70 points dropped on them the week before. Bears got off to a huge 28-7 lead after the first half. Justin Fields had his first 300-yard game as a Bear, his first and only as a Bear. Offense was cooking, and then they completely took their foot off the gas. Broncos got 3 touchdowns. Justin Fields had a fumble, recovered for a touchdown. The Bears had a drive where they could have kicked the field goal to stay ahead, but instead chose to go for it on 4th down. That doesn't convert, and the Broncos ended up taking the lead. Bears end up having the chance to go down the field and win, and Justin Fields throws a game-losing interception. This one I'm also going to put in killing myself. That last one is so bad. Not only did you have the choke lead, but you also had a potential game-winning drive get intercepted. Just absolutely awful. So, yeah, this is my tier list for Bears' heartbreaking losses under Matt Eberflus. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I kind of loaded up here up top. You could probably argue a couple of these could have gone in brutal, like maybe this one could have, but a lot of these really sucked under Flus. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what you guys think about these games in the comments. And, yeah, I'll see you guys later.